So the video that I'm going to do right now is going to be dramatic eyes and dramatic lips. This is not for everybody, okay? So you have to have the personality to wear it. Now, some makeup people say that if you have dramatic eyes, you cannot have a dramatic lip. If you have a dramatic lip, you cannot have a dramatic eye. I say you can wear any color, anywhere, anytime. You just have to have the confidence to wear it, okay? And my model today is somebody that has the confidence to wear it. She loves makeup. She loves to play with makeup, and she loves color. So this is the perfect person for that. So if you know somebody in your life that loves color and loves makeup, suggest and encourage them to maybe try a dramatic eye and a dramatic lip. I wouldn't say for an everyday day job. If you don't have a creative job, that's okay with that. But maybe when you're going out, you want to do something fancy, or even on Halloween if that's your daring day. Some people's daring day is Halloween. So we've already prepped her face with the foundation. We filled in her brows, and she doesn't have on anything else besides that. So we're going to add the products after that. Okay? So we're going to start with an eyeshadow base, as I do with almost all of my makeup applications, and we're going to use a lid concealer brush. And we're going to put that onto her eyelid and slightly up into her crease, okay? And again, as I've said a million times before, it doesn't have to look perfectly perfect. But however, when you are applying a dramatic color to the eye, you want to make sure that you do go slightly up into the crease and almost into the brow highlight area. Your brow highlight area is right where your brow naturally is arched at. Her eyebrows are over manipulated just a little bit, so it's not where her natural brow lift would be at. But you can see where the bone is at. So I'm going slightly up there. And then what you do to one eye, you have to do to the other. And again, it doesn't need to look perfectly perfect because you are going to put so many products over top of this, but you want to make sure that the color stays consistent and stays dramatic and shows up. So using an eyeshadow base or an eyeshadow primer is the key to that. So beautiful, 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 amazing. I'm going to go slightly up into the brow highlight and also into the crease area. And then we're going to take that same brush for the clean one of that. And we're going to use a bright blue. So the two blues that we're going to use together, one is a little bit lighter and one's a little bit darker, okay? So we're going to use a blue that has a little bit of shimmer in it. And we're going to put that right onto her eyelid. We're going to press that color on. Press, press, press. And this blue has a little bit of iridescent in it, so if you look at it one way, it might look a little bit like a teal. You look at it another way, it might look like an aqua. You look another way, it might look like a sea blue or even a baby blue. So it's a great, great, great blue. And we're pressing that color onto her eyelid. And again, I'm building. What building means is I'm putting a little bit of color on, then a little bit more color on, then a little bit more color on. So I can get the color that I want, and it will stay concentrated on the eye. And I'm going all the way down into her lash line. And what you do to one eye, you have to do to the other. So I'm pressing that color right onto her eyelid. Your eyelid is your eyeball area. So press, 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 press. Again, I'm not pressing hard enough where it hurts or you can feel it, but hard enough that you can apply the color and it will stick to your eyeshadow base or your eyeshadow primer, whichever word that you like to use. I like to use base. Press, 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 press. And once we put the color into the crease, the color on your lid might go away a little bit. You did nothing wrong. I promise you, you did nothing wrong. That's just what happens. So we're going to take our crease brush, as I talked about, which is beveled at the top, and we're going to use that cobalt blue. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Okay? We're going to put that right into the crease of her eye, back and forth like a windshield wiper. Now, when you apply a dramatic color, it's going to show up immediately. So you want to make sure that you build the color. Build means you put some on and put some more on. As you see, you're making sure that you have an eyeshadow base right underneath that eye is what's going to make that color stick and pop even more. The parts of the eye that does not have the eyeshadow base on it is going to sheer out just a little bit. So we're building, we're building, we're building, going back and forth like a windshield wiper. I'm going 3/4 of the way in. As I said before, the color that's on that lid might go away just a little bit. You didn't do anything wrong. I promise you. And those small little circles at the end, it's just a Shannon thing. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. It's just the way that I've been doing makeup forever. So everybody has their own technique. What you do to one eye, you have to do to the other. So I'm going back and forth like a windshield wiper. Back and forth like a windshield wiper. 3/4 of the way in. instead of going all the way in. And the reason why I'm not going all the way in is because that is going to give you a very dramatic hard line. If you want a dramatic hard line, then go all the way over to the eye. But I don't want a dramatic line. I want a softer application of it. So I'm going 3/4 of the way in, back and forth like a windshield wiper, blending and building, meaning I'm putting color on and putting more color on and putting more color on. Back and forth like a windshield wiper. There is always a part of a makeup application, no matter, especially when you apply color, that's going to look like the ugly part. The ugly part means that it looks a little bit not clean and everything isn't perfect. That's the part that you don't want to look in the mirror for or do somebody else's makeup and show them the mirror, because that's what they'll remember. So you keep in mind that until it's 100% done, don't show them your finished product because it's not finished yet. So some of the makeup might fall underneath. So I'm going to have her open her eyes for me. Beautiful. And I'm going to go right back over, close your eyes, over that lid color to make it just a little bit more concentrated. Again, if you liked it the other way, like it is right now, then you can keep it. If you want it to be a little bit more dramatic, then you're going to go right back over it. And then I'm going to take a clean blending brush, okay? Has no makeup on it. I'm just going to go in the corners this way, and that's just going to soften the edges so that it doesn't look as dramatic. Do one eye, go to the other. It's going to soften the edges. And I'm not putting an eyeshadow base on because I already think that it looks really dramatic. If you wanted to put an eyeshadow base up there, you totally can. I lied. A brow highlight, not an eyeshadow base, a brow highlight color, but I'm not going to. And then I'm going to take a sponge, all the way up for me, and I'm just going to clean up any of the falling eyeshadow that's falling underneath, because like I say a zillion times, sponges are like erasers, and it's going to make it go away. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Take that other side of that. It's going to come right into the corners of our eyes. And again, if you're doing it yourself, it'll be a little bit easier. So I'm going to take that sponge, and the sponges are like erasers, and oh my God, look how it just went away. We take the other side of that sponge. That's just going to clean it up there. Going to come right underneath her eyes and clean that up. If you want to be a little bit more dramatic, then you can take a little bit of your foundation and your skin color, and you can put that underneath the eye too. But you totally don't need to do that because you see how it totally went away. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now, to add a little bit more drama to it, I'm going to take a black, okay? So I'm going to take a little, this is the same brush that I cleaned up that didn't have any makeup on it. I'm going to take that black and I'm going to go into the corner of her eye. I'm going to create even more of a deeper contour to the eye. This is something that's a little bit more dramatic. If you ever have a darker color and you want it to be just a little bit more dramatic, take a little bit of a black. This is an old theater trick, actually, okay? So back in the day, you couldn't do makeup unless you had a big pot of black and a big pot of white, because you can do anything with it. So I'm taking a little bit of that black, and I'm going to add just a little bit more contour and contrast to the color. And I'm going to go over with the blue to make that pop just a little bit more. Again, if you liked it the way that it looked before, then stop there. You're the artist, so you do not have to, follow every step that I'm saying. If you liked it one way, then do it that way. I'm going to add a mascara to her eyes, okay? So mascara goes from the base of the lash all the way up. So look right here for me. The base of the lash is the bottom of the lash. You're going to wiggle all the way up. Beautiful, amazing, outstanding. You want to make sure you get those little lashes that are in there. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Relax the eye. Oh my God, a little mascara got on there. Don't you worry about that. We're going to fix it. Take a little bit of the mascara, wiggle from the base of the lash all the way, all the way, all the way up. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. If you want to be even more dramatic, the mascara comes in different colors. So you can put a blue mascara on too. That might be a little bit too much. So all I'm going to do is take that sponge. I let that mascara dry down just a little bit. And look, sponges are like erasers. I didn't freak out at all. I'm going to take my fancy fan. That's just going to let the mascara dry down very, very, very quickly. I'm going to take the top of that mascara wand, put the excess into the container. Look all the way up for me. Excess. Can't say that word today. I'm going to go right into her bottom lashes. We're going to just slightly and fast go across there. Slightly and fast go across there. I'm going to put a blush on her, and the blush that I'm going to put on is something that just looks really, really natural. Because her eyes are dramatic, and her lips are going to be dramatic, you don't want to have anything else that is just dramatic too. So I wouldn't suggest a blue blush. But if you wanted to wear a blue blush, blue blush, then hey honey, it's your world. You do what you want to do. Smile for me goes from the apple of your cheek all the way back to your ear. I picked a color that almost looks like her skin tone, but has a little bit more of a pop in it, so it looks like she just finished running or working out, or, you know, fill in the blank. Shopping. She gets shopping makes her happy. I'm all about it. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to put a lip balm on her, and you want to put a lip balm when you put on anything on your lips, whether it be a lip gloss or rather it be a lipstick, or a lipstick and a lip gloss, even a lip pencil, and that's going to make whatever product you put on the lipstick just a little bit better and wear just a little bit better. So the dramatic lip that we're doing, we're going to make, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take clear lip gloss. Oh my God, look how awesome that is, okay? All right, and I'm going to take a pigment. And what a pigment is, as I talked about before, it is a pure eyeshadow, okay? I'm going to just take a little bit of that pigment, and I'm going to put it right here on my palette. And this is when you get to be a scientist or an artist. And I'm just going to mix that together. And I'm going to create whatever lip color that I want to create. So I'm going to create a teal lip color. Look how cool that is. All right? And then we're going to apply that to her lips. So if you ever have a pigment or a loose eyeshadow, and all you want to do, you want to create all kinds of cool things with it. If you use a clear lip gloss and you mix it together, you can make whatever lip gloss color that you want to make. You can also mix it with hair gel, make your own hair color out of it. You can mix it with nail polish, make a matte nail polish out of it. You can do so many, you can mix it with body lotion and maybe have like a body lotion kind of color thing out of it. You can do so many things with it. But when you are using it as a lip gloss or lip balm, you want to make sure that you use a brush so that you have precise coloring. And again, this is something that's super, super dramatic. You wouldn't wear this for every day, okay? It's very popular right now on some TV shows and even on some editorial stuff. And I'm using the brush, and as you see, filling it in the way you need to fill it in. And voila, you have a dramatic eye and a dramatic lip. And it's not for every day. If you want to just do the dramatic lips, look how pretty that is. If you just want to do the dramatic eyes, look how pretty that is as well. If you want to do them together, that's totally, totally, totally great. But here you go. You're saying, oh my goodness, I like the lips, but I don't want them to be so shiny. Here's a makeup trick that's just as easy as that for you to be able to create a matte lipstick or a matte lip anything. So what I'm going to do is take a tissue, and I'm going to, press that color down. Okay? And then I'm going to take a clean tissue, and I'm going to take a translucent powder. My mixing palette is my go-to everything. I'll put a little bit of that translucent powder on there. I'm going to put, if you're smart, you would, this doesn't sometimes happen, but this will let it happen. I'm going to separate that tissue. If the tissues don't separate, don't feel bad, okay? You can do it with the unseparated tissue. You're going to hold that onto the lips, and then you're going to press the powder right on top of the tissue. And this will create any matte lipstick that you want, even using a lip gloss, because we used a lip gloss instead of a lipstick. I'm going to go over the outline of the eye. I'm going to move the tissue away. And voila. If you want to go over just a little bit more, you can. You have created a matte lipstick. Look how easy that is. Out of a lip gloss. And if you have a lipstick that you created, so you just want to use any translucent powder that you have, and you want to put a tissue over it, stick it to it, press the color, the powder over it, and you've created it. So now we've had a shiny lip all the way down to a matte lip, and she still has a dramatic eye and a dramatic lip. Voila. I hope that you learned something and that you had fun. Because I did. Have a lovely day.